Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your man Pristine, back with another video. Welcome to the full Pristine review for the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus. Let's do this. Now, first off, the price and the specs really quickly. You're gonna pay a cool $1,100 if you want to get your hands on this device. But I'm sure if you get it through a carrier that there's all kind of carrier specials and trade-in deals and things where you can get money shaved off depending on what type of device you possibly may have to trade in towards the device. But aside from that, if you get this phone unlocked, you are looking at $1,100, $1,099.99 plus taxes. And taxes are going to differ depending on where you are in the world, where you are on planet Earth. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, the good thing about it is you can get this at all of your major carrier stores. There are installment plans and things that you can put your device on if you don't want to come out and pay that kind of money all in one lump sum. And so you do definitely have some options if you want to get your hands on the Note 10 or the Note 10 Plus. Now, spec-wise, we've got a 6.8-inch dynamic Quad HD HDR10 AMOLED display. All right, 19:9 aspect ratio, Corning Gorilla Glass 6 on the front and the back, 498 PPI pixel density. We've got a Snapdragon 855 processor, octa-core CPU, Adreno 640, 256 gigs of internal storage, expandable up to 1 terabyte. Now, be mindful, only the Note 10 Pro has expandable memory. Okay, you can get yourself the Note 10, which is the smaller version of this guy, but that doesn't have an SD card slot for memory expansion. Now, it does come with a crap load of storage. I believe that one also comes with 256 gigs of storage, but unlike the Note 10 Plus here, you can't expand it. For most people, 256 gigs is going to be way more than enough. But for all of you real, and I mean real, diehard downloaders, power users, you know what I'm saying, just got everything on your mobile device in your pocket, you probably want to get, you're gonna want to go with the Note 10 Plus here because of the fact that you've got that SD card slot and you can expand your memory up to 1 terabyte. All right, now we've got 12 gigs of RAM. Who needs 12 gigs of RAM, ladies and gentlemen? Who needs that? Who needs 12 gigs of random access memory? Who needs that? Right? It just seems like a bit, it's overkill to me, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, hey, it is what it is. 12 gigs of RAM is what's up in here. Android 9 Pie over 1 UI. All right. Now, the performance, I mean, come on, really? I mean, 855 Snapdragon processor with the GPU 640 with 12 gigs of RAM. I mean, really? Do I even need, you guys even question the performance? I mean, the performance is stellar. It is solid. Now, I'm connected to my Wi-Fi right now. And so, you know, your 4G LTE data speeds and things are going to differ from what you are seeing with my Wi-Fi connection at the moment. I currently do not have a main SIM card or any SIM card in the device because it is in my iPhone 11. But you can see as I am browsing through applications, how they're just breezing into these applications like a hot knife through butter. Okay, so I mean, you know, I mean, the performance on this guy is going to be a beast. I mean, you got all the top end specs. I mean, you really shouldn't expect anything less unless your phone is defective or you've got some kind of glitch going on or anything. I mean, 12 gigs of RAM. I mean, you're not going to have an issue with RAM management at all whatsoever. I mean, if you want a multitasking beast, seriously, I mean, if you really want a multitasking monster that is going to just be able to multitask with the utmost of fluidity, probably the coldest fluidity that you've ever seen in your life on a smartphone, with the exception of the OnePlus 7 Pro with that 90 hertz display. You know what I mean? I mean, things are just going to move, and they're going to move extremely fast. Gaming is not going to be a problem on this phone, and I'm talking about some of the most graphically intense games that you could imagine. You're going to be able to play them right here on your Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus with no problems at all whatsoever. So performance is absolutely stellar. I haven't had any problems. I haven't had any hiccups. I haven't had anything. I mean, trying to get this phone to trip up, and it just will not do it. It won't do it, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't matter how hard you try. You know what I mean? It just won't trip up. It won't hiccup. It won't stutter. It won't do anything but just move and move fast and move fluidly. And that's what we want, right? If you're buying this phone, that's the performance that you're paying that premium price for this stellar performance. Now, a 90 hertz display refresh rate would have been dope. That would have been dope, right? But I mean, you see how I'm just scrolling back and forth to these pages, man. I mean, if you didn't know any better, you would think that it already had the 90 hertz refresh rate. It's very responsive to the touch. Okay, if you want to swipe fast, you just swipe fast, and man, those pages, they just go back and forth as quickly as you swipe. If you want to swipe slow, then you just, slow it down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Have to, man, go Bobby Valentino with it. Slow down. I just want to get to know you. Woo! Yeah, man, I have to sing it to you. Come on now. Yeah. All right. So performance, stellar. Come on, man. You shouldn't expect anything less from the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 or the Note 10 Plus. Now the cameras. Okay. The cameras. On the front here, we've got a 10 megapixel sensor with all the things. 10 megapixels with all the things. Okay. Stellar picture quality. Stellar selfie shots. All right. Now on the rear of the device here, we've got 4 lenses. Okay, and be mindful that only on the Note 10 Plus, you've got 4 lenses. If you get the Note 10, which is the smaller version, you get a camera lens, you get shorter the lens. But I don't really think it's that big of a deal. Now, the 3 main cameras is a 12 megapixel wide angle sensor. We've got another 12 megapixel telephoto lens. We've got a 16 megapixel ultra wide angle sensor. And then we've got a little sensor that's right here. I'll go ahead and zoom in. If you guys can see, there's a little sensor right there next to that LED, that dual tone LED flash. This is a 3D time of flight sensor. Okay, now if you opt to get the smaller Note 10, then you do without that 3D time of flight sensor. But all the rest of the cameras on the Note 10, you're going to get in this same orientation here. Okay, and so I got to say that the cameras on this phone are absolutely amazing in my personal opinion. I know that everybody is talking about, the iPhone 11 here, has the best cameras in the market, and, I don't want to say that I disagree with that, but it's like now that the iPhone 11 are out and, their main selling point seems to be these cameras, now everybody's like, okay, you forgot about the Pixel, right? You forgot about Huawei and Xiaomi. You forgot about Samsung and other OEMs that have some really great cameras on their devices, right? They're just saying that the iPhone is just the cream of the crop. Now, it's up there. It's one of them. It's in my top 3. But can I say it's at the #1 spot? I got to test it a little further. But what I have done with this phone is I've taken a lot of photos, video footage, and it is absolutely stunning. All right. Now, I don't have any pictures to show right here and now because I've put together a dedicated camera review, which if you haven't already checked that out, click down in the description box because that's where that link will be if you want to check that out. And I'm curious to know what you think about these cameras on the Note 10 Plus. All right, now that's all I'm gonna say about that for the moment. Now, battery. It's just 4,300 milliamps. You know what I'm saying? It's just 4,300 milliamps. You know what I'm saying? You're just talking about just like a full day with no problems leading on into your next day, dude. Come on, man. What do you expect out of 4,300 milliamps, all right? Come on, dude. You know what I'm saying? Are you out of your mind? 4,300 milliamps? I can get damn near 2 days on one charge with this device, man. Battery life is freaking awesome, dude. It just is. You know what I'm saying? Battery life is tried and true. All right, it's a big battery, and now, this is all going to be dependent on how you use your device, ladies and gentlemen, because a lot of you power users, movie watchers, movie streamers, YouTube streamers, Hulu streamers, all these other, HBO Go and all these other little streaming services and applications where you can watch content, your battery life is going to differ based on how you utilize your device. But for me, I've always told you guys, I'm a light to moderate user, which means for me, luckily for me, because of how I use my device, a little bit of talking on the phone, I still do that, by the way, in 2019. You know what I'm saying? Because I think a lot of times people forget that these are phones that are meant to be talked on, but people just view these things more so nowadays as just multimedia devices, but more so leaning towards, social media, your Facebooks, your Twitters, your Instagrams, and, any other kind of social platforms. It's like talking to people on the phone is like becoming just like like the caveman era. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, that's some Fred Flintstone type of stuff right there. Like, what, Pristine? You still talk on the phone? You crazy, bruh? You know what I'm saying? But nah, man, I mean, battery life is going to differ depending on how you use your phone. But like I said, me being a light to moderate user, I get exceptional battery life. Exceptional battery life. All right. Now, I can easily get 2 days on one charge on this phone. Easily. I've done it several times. All right. Now, we've got a 25-watt charger that comes in the box. Now, as a separate accessory, if you want to up the ante a little bit, there is a 45-watt charger that you could purchase, I believe, from the Samsung website, or you also may be able to get that accessory from Amazon, B&H Photo, little places like that. And you can take your charging game to a whole nother level, because they're saying with that 45-watt charger that this phone is charging faster than the OnePlus 7 Pro's warp charging. And that blows my mind, because in my opinion, that has to be the fastest charging phone on planet Earth. And then I just seen footage yesterday of the OnePlus 7T, and it's supposed to even charge even faster by like 15 or 20%. That is insane. That is crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you got some really fast charging speeds with this phone. It does have the wireless charging capability, and you do now have the capability to fast charge through the wireless charger right now, through Power Delivery 3.0. Let's see. Okay, so you got fast wireless charging at 9 watts, according to my little cheat sheet here. Okay, so, and fast wireless charging, I've got my wireless charger right over here on the side of my desk. That's typically how I charge my phones. If phones have wireless charging capabilities, I'm usually not plugging it in. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting it on the wireless charger and let it just do its thing like that. Okay, but from 0 to 100, from 0% to 100%, it took me like an hour and 10 minutes. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. But the phone charges up so fast. Even if you just need like a quick top up, you'll notice a significant increase in battery life if you've only got maybe, 10, 15 minutes to spare. You put your phone on the charger at 10, 15 minutes and say you're at like 5%. You're going, after you take your phone off the charger after about 10 or 15 minutes, you're going to have some, you're going to have some juice to get you through. You know what I'm saying? The phone charges pretty fast. It charges pretty quick. All right. So, battery life to me is absolutely stellar. I've had no problems at all whatsoever. Now, additional features, where can I begin? This is the Note. This is the cream of the crop. I guess one of the things that I'm a huge fan of is the night mode. I just love how you can just go, and I like how it's right there in the quick toggle setting. You don't necessarily have to go to your settings to enable the night mode. And I just like when you go to night mode, everything is in night mode. Your settings menu, your text messages, your phone dialer, everything. Everything is in dark mode. I like that too, right there. I like how I got that notification as I'm talking about additional features, because I don't know if you guys were able to see when I just got that notification, the edge lighting. And this isn't a new technology with Samsung phones, but it's always been one of my favorite features. I always enable it. Because it just looks very dope. It looks real dope. Matter of fact, here, let me, you know what? I don't have a SIM card in here for me to text to. But I was just going to zoom in on it and let you guys peep that out. But maybe my phone will get another notification and you'll see the edge lighting. But I like the edge lighting feature. I like the always on display feature. You know what I mean? I like the dual stereo speakers that sound Very good, might I add. They sound very good. Now, as I tell you guys all the time, I'm not really too concerned with dual stereo speakers on the phone because I don't listen to music on my phone. But one thing that I do is I send and I receive a lot of voiced text. Okay? And so when you are receiving voice text from someone else, just putting the phone to your ear if I don't have my Bluetooth device in, as opposed to having to put the bottom speaker to my ear, which is very awkward. And this phone is big and it's heavy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so the last thing you want to do is try to hold this phone up to your ear, trying to put the bottom firing speaker to your ear, not really realizing that this phone is top heavy. And then as you're raising it up to your ear, it topples out of your hand and hits the ground and it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? And I don't give a damn about no corny Gorilla Glass 6. If this phone falls out your hand, it may still work, but its beauty is done because you're going to have cracks all through your device. And this is a very, very, very stunning device. I mean, that the color that everybody was talking about. I'm a fan of that mirror finish. I can't lie. I'm a fan of it. And it's just, when different colors reflect off of it, the phone turns different colors. I mean, the phone is beautiful. You know what I mean? You can see just different little rainbowish type of colors right there, just shining, just from the glare from the lights. I mean, the phone is absolutely stunning. I mean, definitely one of, if not the most attractive, I gotta say that this is the most attractive phone there is on the market right now. Now, when you double tap the screen, and I'm just gonna move my face out of the way because that facial recognition is very fast. Take a look at that. Okay, I just love the boxiness, you know what I mean? Just how it looks. The hole punch display just right there in the middle, totally non-intrusive because typically right there in the middle of the screen of the display, nothing's really happening. Okay, now, when I double tap, boom, you see that as soon as my face got in view, the phone just opened up and that works 100% of the time. Now, another thing we do have an under the display fingerprint sensor right there, which it's not the fastest. It's not OnePlus 7 Pro fast. It's not Xiaomi under the display fingerprint sensor fast. But nonetheless, I mean, it gets the job done. It gets you into your device in a pretty snappy fashion. But the thing is, you just have to make sure that you hold your thumb on that particular area long enough in order for it to scan your thumb, or it's just not going to work. Okay. So, again, as you saw, you've got lightning quick facial recognition, moderately fast under the display fingerprint sensor, but nonetheless, it is an under the display fingerprint sensor. That's what we've seen on a lot of flagship phones of today. So, hey, it's not a surprise that it's here in the Note 10. It's been on the S10 and the S10 Plus. It is what it is. You know what I mean? And then, of course, we have the S Pen. And, if I can get it out here. Now, typically, whenever I get a Note device, really the only thing that I use the S Pen for is just to jot down notes. Like when you pull it out and you can just write on the screen, a lot of times things just happen so randomly. You know what I mean? And so there's nothing like being able to just, boom, something hits the fan, you got to jot it down. I just turned 41 on the 23rd of September, y'all. So I just had a birthday literally on Monday because today is Friday, the 27th. You know what I'm saying? So my birthday was 4 days ago, and I'm getting to that point where I got to write stuff down. And so a lot of times when things hit the fan just unexpectedly, I may not have a piece of paper or a pen nearby. It's good to just be able to pull out my phone and pull out the S Pen and just be able to jot notes and stuff down on the screen and not have to go into the phone and worry about having to go to a particular application in order to take those notes. No, you just pull the pen out and you write on the screen and you save it. And then I've got that information for a later time whenever I need to come back to it. I can set it up as a reminder so that it will remind me, hey, Pristine, you know what I'm saying? You jotted this down at this time. Here's that information so you don't forget. It jogs my memory and it helps me stay on point. It helps me stay sharp. Like that's one of the main things, the main benefits of having the S Pen. And that's really the main reason why I use it. Now I understand that there's a lot of gimmicky things with the phone, with the S Pen. That's really cool. Last year in the Note 9, we saw the ability to be able to just, use it to control the camera and, start the camera if we're recording videos and stop the camera or take selfies and stuff like that. Well, this year Samsung decided to take it a little bit further, and you've got like these air gestures where you just kind of, you can you use swipe gestures to, navigate the device and stuff like that. And I haven't even played with any of that stuff because to me, although that stuff is cool, it's gimmicky, and I know that I will never, ever, ever, ever use those things. Okay, but for the people that do want to indulge in those kinds of things with your mobile phone, the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 and the Note 10 Pro are definitely the way to do it. And especially nowadays, it just seems like this air gesture stuff is really becoming a thing. We saw it with the LG G8 Thin Q. Now, there was no S Pen involved, but I mean, that just has like gestures with your hand. Okay, I wasn't able to really master that. It was very complicated, and a lot of times it wouldn't work for me. You know what I mean? But, now we're seeing, the gestures on the Note 9, Samsung, they've upped the ante a little bit with those gestures on the Note 10 and the Note 10 Plus here. And then we've got the Google Pixel 4 that's getting ready to drop in October, you know what I'm saying, where it's got some new like air gesture technology. It's just getting to a point where it's like, we ain't even gonna be up, we ain't even gonna need to touch these phones. You know what I'm saying? I mean, before you know it, they're going to be scanning our eyes, and, we can just move our eyes to the right, and the screen will move to the right. Move our eyes to the left, and the screen will move back to the, you know what I'm saying? I mean, crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? The Jetsons type stuff. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's where we're getting, you know what I'm saying? I mean, with these mobile devices, you know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, y'all youngins that are watching this video, y'all know about the Flintstones and the Jetsons. Man, just Google it. You know what I'm saying? Just, educate yourself on the types of cartoons that I came up on. You know what I'm saying? The Flintstones, the Jetsons, Voltron, Thundercats, you know what I'm saying? G.I. Joes, you know what I'm saying? Man, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all better learn something. You know what I'm saying? Old school. Yeah. But, you know what I'm saying? I mean, as far as this technology, I mean, I think the only thing that I haven't seen is flying cars. And I know that's right around the corner. I know the technology's out there. So, basically what I'm saying is the technology is just getting out of this world with these devices. Okay, it is crazy what they're doing with these phones. And so, the innovation that Samsung has made, with this S Pen and just the Note line period. I mean, this revolutionized the smartphone game. When the Note first came out, it got laughed at, it got scandalized, it got maligned. People were like, "Oh, what is this big clunky piece of hardware?" And they just thought it was gonna come and go like a little fly by night. And it revolutionized the game. It's the main reason why we've got all these big displays, big phones all over the place. Everywhere you look, somebody's got a big phone. Everywhere. Like, if somebody has a smaller device, people are looking at you like, "What's wrong with you, man?" Like, you're the outsider, you're the dark horse. You know what I'm saying? And the Note did that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so, it's just a fool to see all the innovation from the first one all the way up to the 10 here. This S Pen is really, really, it's crazy. You know what I mean? What it's able to do. And like I said, I mean, there's multiple different types of ways in which you can use it. And just for me, having the ability to remove the pen and just jot down little notes and stuff on the screen and set reminders and stuff like that. I mean, that's the main use that I get out of the S Pen. I know a lot of other people will get much more usage, and will capitalize and take advantage of a lot of the things that it does. But me, those things just aren't necessarily for me. Okay. But having the S Pen is definitely, and I mean definitely beneficial. Definitely beneficial. All right. So those are just some of the key additional features that I love about the Note 10. There's so many more. I don't want to, I don't want to hold you guys up. You guys already know how I am, and I'm long-winded. You know what I'm saying? I can talk your ear off about these devices. So I'm gonna just go ahead and wrap it up there. Now, my overall final thoughts for this device. I think that this is an excellent device. I think that this has to be the most complete device that is out there right now. I mean, that just has everything. I mean, it has the looks, it has the style, the pizzazz, the charisma, the swagger. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you're walking around with a Note 10 or a Note 10 Plus, you know what I'm saying? I mean, your swagger game is on point. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you're going to be able to look down at some folks, you know what I'm saying? Like on some, like, yeah. This that Note 10. What you want to do? What you got? Oh, you got your little Motorola. You got your little iPhone. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Step your game up, Junior. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You can stun on them a little bit, you know what I'm saying, or real hard when you got the Note 10. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so the mobile phone food chain gang. You know what I'm saying? If you got yourself a Note 10 or Note 10 Plus, you at the top. You know what I'm saying? You at the cream of the crop right now, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the best phone that's out right now, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you're looking at. This Note 10 Plus is the best thing going today. Like, man, Ric Flair, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? To all you Apple fanboys and fangirls, let me quote my man Ric Flair. Either you like it or you don't like it. Sit down and look at it, because it's the best thing going today. Woo! You know what I'm saying? Man, Ric Flair, man, yeah. You know what I'm saying? The Galaxy Note 10 Plus, best phone on the market right now, man. I mean, if you want the best and the best of the best, the cream of the crop, the Note 10 Plus is for you. If you want all the things, okay, if you want the style, the looks, the S Pen, the cameras, the power, the storage, you know, the RAM, you know what I'm saying? Dual stereo speakers, Corning Gorilla Glass 6, you know what I'm saying? Memory expansion. If you want everything, if you want it all, the Note 10 Plus is for you. Now be mindful that that premium price for it all is going to hit your pockets. But you know, a lot of you cats out there is balling. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no thing to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Spending $1,100 on a phone is like spending $5 at the store. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, I know how you guys is getting down out there. You ain't got to be modest. You know what I'm saying? So the Note 10 Plus, it's the best of the best right now. And I do like the fact that they created a smaller one as well, because I know that over the years, a lot of people have griped over the fact that they want to get it, but it was too much of a cumbersome device. It was too strenuous of a hold because of how big, wide, you know, tall, heavy. I get it. So they did make a smaller one to appeal to the masses. Now, again, you're going to deal with a few more things less than this one. It's still a Note, but you got a smaller battery. You got one less camera. You know, you don't have all the RAM. You know what I mean? You don't have an SD card for memory expansion. But again, you still are going to have most of the things that you're going to need to get you by. You're still going to have a lot of power, function, performance, cameras, the dual stereo speakers, Gorilla Glass 6, the style, the swagger. You know what I'm saying? You still got that if you rocking with the smaller Note 10. You know what I'm saying? So, ladies and gents, that is all I got for my full pristine review for the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus. If you like this video, you already know, hit that thumbs up button. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to expose yourself to tons. And I mean tons of more videos that I've done like this one. Be sure to hit that notification bell so that every time my videos go live, you'll get notified. And you can get down in the comment section after you check out the video and let me know what you think about what you saw. That's where I'll be chilling at. That's where I'll be answering questions or responding to comments and feedback and all that kind of thing. All right, so thanks for spending some time with me here and just getting my overall thoughts and opinions on the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus. Again, much love to all of my subscribers. The channel is moving at a rapid rate, and it wouldn't be if not for you guys. So keep rocking with me. I'm gonna keep doing my thing, getting my hands on these devices, featuring them here on the channel for you to help you guys make an informed decision on what your next smartphone purchase is gonna be. That's what I do this for, and I love to do it, and it ain't gonna stop. You know what I'm saying? So keep it locked here at Pristine Mobile Tech. You guys already know. Please stay safe, get spiritually fit, and keep it pristine in every aspect of your lives. I'll catch you on the next video. This is the Note 10 Plus. I'm your man Pristine, dropping the content. You already know. We out.